So last day we start the counter, and there are two types of the counter. One is called the synchronous counter, another is called the asynchronous counter. So based on the clock pulse given to the different flip-flop inside a counter, they are categorized. If all the flip-flop inside a counter getting the same clock pulse, they are called the synchronous counter. And if the first flip-flop getting the clock pulse from an external source, but the remaining flip-flop getting the clock pulse from the previous flip-flop output, they are called the asynchronous counter. So we have already started the design of the asynchronous counter like this one. So this is called the 3-bit up binary counter. And remember this one thing, that in case of asynchronous counter, only the T flip-flops are used, and T flip-flop should be in the toggle mode. So asynchronous counter is very easy to design compared to the synchronous counter. So today we start learning the synchronous counter design, but asynchronous counter only the T flip-flops are used, and T flip-flop should be connected in one, that means in the toggle mode. First one getting the clock pulse from an external clock source, and the remaining flip-flop getting the clock pulse from the previous flip-flop output. If you give the output from Q, if you take the clock pulse from Q, that will be an up counter. And if you take the clock pulse from Q bar, which is not showing here, then it will be a down counter. Got it? Understand? Am I connected? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now without any modification, if you just draw the counter like this one, then according to the number of flip-flop or the bit present, they are start counting from 0 to up to that value. Means for a 3-bit counter like this one, so for a 3-bit counter without any modification, that will start counting from 0 and it will go up to 111. Then it repeat as long as the clock pulse will present in the circuit, the counter is rotated in an infinite loop. So similarly for a down counter, if you give the clock pulse, then it will start counting from 0, then it will go to 111, then 101 like this one, 110 like this. But if you want to stop the counter in a particular state, this is called the counter design, synchronous counter design using the skipping state. So we have already done the solution. So here, whatever be the steps are there, you need to look at the next step. That means, for example, if you want to design a mod 10 counter, so mod 10 counter may total 9 step, the total 10 step they will count from 0 to 9, because as we counting 0, so for mod 10 it will count maximum 9. Then you need to look at the 10, that means the next step, very carefully, and you need to look at the bit pattern of the next step and find out the unique combination of the bit, and that should be goes to a NAND gate. That should be goes to a NAND gate, because we know that when both the inputs are 1 in case of a NAND gate, it will produce a 0, and that 0 will go to the common reset pulse or the common reset input like this one. So here you see, for the modulus 10, we need to examine the 10 bit specially, and we need to find out a unique combination of 10, and that will go to the common reset pulse of all the flip-flops used in the design. And when 10 will come, then a 0 will appear here, and that 0 will go to the common reset pulse, and it will clear all the inputs. And when it will clear all the inputs, the output of the flip-flop becomes 0, and that is the initial state. Once it is go to 0, then it will count to 1, 2, 3, again start counting from 0. So that means this is the little bit modified design of the the synchronous counter, little bit modified design of the asynchronous counter, and this is called the asynchronous counter design using the skipping state. Means some states we are actually skipping, we are not allowing this counter for counting up to the maximum number of steps. That means for 4-bit counter, initial state should be 0 and final state should be 15. That means 1 1 1 1, total 16 steps are there. But among the 16 steps, if you want to skip some steps, then you need to design it accordingly, and that is the asynchronous counter design. No other design techniques are there, only these two things. One without any modification like this one, and that will count from 0 to the maximum number of states using this 3-bit or using any type of the bits according to the number of flip-flop present. But if you want to skip some state, you need to look the next step bit pattern carefully and you need to design it accordingly. Now, today we learn how to design the synchronous counter, because this synchronous counter has more advantages compared to the asynchronous counter, because in terms of flexibility, in terms of counting, we can generate any type of bit count, any type of pattern, any type of binary information using this synchronous counter, which is not possible in case of the asynchronous counter. Like, I give you one example. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just give me one example, that one is called the regular counting, another is called the irregular counting. What is the meaning of that one? Regular counting means, so I just don't look at this figure, I just use this rough page. So regular counting means, suppose initial state is 0, next state should be 1, then 2, then 3. So it's counting in a regular manner. Similarly for the down counter also, 7, then 6, then 5, like this one, then 4. Okay, so this is called the regular counting. And the asynchronous counter is always counting in the regular manner. But suppose in your some application, when you want to design some circuits, you need a irregular counting. Irregular counting means, suppose initial state is 0, then it will go to 5, then say 2, then say 7, like this one. So this counting is called the irregular counting. It may be up, it may be down, it may be haphazard, means 0, 5, 2, 7, 4, like any type of counting sequence can be easily designed using the synchronous counter only. This type of design, this type of irregular sequence design is not possible using the asynchronous counter, where the first flip-flop getting the clock pulse and the remaining getting the clock pulse from the previous flip-flop output. But using the synchronous counter, we can easily design any type of sequence. Okay, regular sequence, irregular sequence, haphazard sequence, up-down sequence, whatever be the sequence coming in your mind, we can easily design that particular sequence in synchronous counter. So that's why the synchronous counter design technology is more important compared to the asynchronous counter technology. So today we learned this one. So now the question is that design mod 5 synchronous counter using the JK flip-flop. Okay, using JK flip-flop. First of all, in case of asynchronous counter design, we have to use the T flip-flop. No other options are there, and the T flip-flop should be connected in the toggle mode. But in case of synchronous counter design, the choice of the flip-flop is depend upon the user. Whatever be the user want, they can use any type of flip-flop. Means the JK flip-flop, SR flip-flop, D flip-flop, T flip-flop, whatever be the flip-flop they have, they can use it to design the counter using the synchronous method. Okay, so that's why so many flexibilities are there. That's why all the designer prefer this type of synchronous counter design techniques compared to the asynchronous techniques. For very simple application where we only require some regular counting sequence, we can use it the asynchronous counter. But normally 90% of the counter used in the digital circuit or in the motherboard or in the any type of digital applications, we use the synchronous counter design. So question is that we need to design mod 5 synchronous counter using JK flip-flop. Okay, so here in the question the flip-flop is specified, so you have to use that particular flip-flop. And how many number of steps are there? Sorry, not the steps, states are there, STATES. So how many number of states are there in the design? Anybody please?
Two.
Huh?
2 states.
No, not two states. States means the counter output. Very good, 5 steps, because the modulus means it's nothing but the steps of the counter. That means how many way the counter is actually producing the output. Okay, so for total 5 steps are there. Mod means the modulus of the counter, and modulus of the counter means the maximum possible output from the counter. So here total 5 steps are there, and if the 5 steps are not mentioned, what will be the initial state? So 5 step is not mentioned here, only is written mod 5. Okay, so what will be the initial state? When you give the power, what will be the output of the counter? That is called the initial state.
0.
What will be the initial state? That is 0 definitely. So if by default, conventionally 0, very good. So initial state, this is the initial ISP initial state. So initial state, if it is not pre-specified, is always 0. If it is specified, then you have to follow this one. But if it is not pre-specified, like in this question, we have to take the initial state as 0. After 0, what will be the next state? देखिए क्या बोलबे?
1.
1. Very good. Then
2.
after 1.
2, 3,
2, sir.
2, then 3. Okay, after 3,
4,
4. After 4,
4.
again 0.
4 এর পর হবে
after
না তো
4 again 0. Very good. So this is the counting sequence. Initial state is always, okay, so everybody please mute your mic. So initial state is always 0. Like this one, initial state is 0. After that 0, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So you see total 5 steps are there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So after 4, it will not count 5, it will count again 0. That means it will return back to the initial state like this one. So it will return back to the initial state after counting the final state. So this is called the state diagram. We'll come to it later. First, we need to understand the question, what we need to design. So we need to design a counter whose counting sequence are from 0 to 4. So here 5 indicate. So if this is a solution is written here, 5 indicate the total number of states that the counter can count. So let the states are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total 5 steps are there. So where 0 is the initial state, by default this 0 is the initial. If it is not pre-specified as I mentioned in the question, then 0 should be the initial state always. So number of flip-flop required. So you need to find out how much number of flip-flop is required. How to find it out? This is the formula. 2 to the power n should be greater than equal to the modulus of the counter. So here the modulus of the counter is 5. So 2 to the power n greater than equal to 5. Now you need to put the value of n for satisfying that expression. And we know that if n equal to 3, then 2 to the power 3 equal to 8. And that will satisfy this expression. So here we require 3 number of flip-flop. Got it? Got this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the primary steps. We need to find out how much flip-flop is required or how many flip-flop is required in your design. Okay. So here 3 flip-flops are required in my design. And what is the type of the flip-flop? What type of flip-flop you required in this design?
JK.
They are JK flip-flop. Very good. As it is mentioned in the question, you have to design the flip-flop counter using the JK flip-flop. No, if you can design it using any other flip-flop, the counting sequence will be same, but no marks will be given because in the question it is mentioned that you have to use JK flip-flop. Okay. So first is the finding the number of flip-flop required in your design, and here it is 3. Now come to this one. This is a very important thing. This is called the state diagram. Okay, to get the full marks in the counter design, obviously the synchronous counter design, you have to draw the state diagram. In case of asynchronous counter design, you may skip that particular state diagram, but in the synchronous, means where all the flip-flops getting the same clock pulse, you have to draw the state diagram. And here the state diagram means the counting sequence of the flip-flop. Okay, or the counter. Here you see this is the 0 is the initial state. After 0 it will count 1. After 1 it will count 2. After 2 it will count 3. After 3 it will count 4. After 4 it will return to the initial state 0. That means this 0 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4. So it will rotate in an infinite manner unless the clock pulse is present in the circuit. So this is called the state diagram, and state diagram can be drawn like this one, or if you just write the number inside the state, that will also give you the full marks. Okay, you doesn't need to express everything in Boolean or in binary. If you write it in the decimal, then it will also give you the full marks. So remember one thing, that state must be written inside a circle. Oh, ki ara bhul korlam, sorry. Inside that should be 0. Okay. So I write the 0 here. So writing all the states in binary or in decimal number both give you the full marks, but you have to show the arrow. Without the arrow, the state diagram is meaningless. You have to show the arrow, proper arrow. Means from which state it will jump to the next state. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is my state diagram, and both the state diagram means this one, this is the number 1 state diagram, and this is the second state diagram. Both will give you the full marks. Whatever you find suitable for you, you can use that one. So my personal suggestion is that always draw the state diagram in this way, means the 2-way, because for the 4-bit binary number, you need to write this thing and it will unnecessarily kill your time. So like the sum of the states about 12, 15 is there. So don't need to write the Boolean expression or the binary expression of the 12 and 15. Just write the 12 inside a circle. It will give you the full marks. This is called a state. S-T-A-T-E. State. S-T-A-T-E. State should be shown like this one. It should be inside a circle. A number, that is the state number, should be inside a circle. Then only it will become a state. Got this one? What is called the state diagram? Everybody? Okay. Now come to one, the design. That is called the state table. So this one is the most important tabular method for synchronous counter design. You have to know the state table. So that is also very easy. It's look complicated before I teach this thing to you, but after this one, it will become very easy. So how the state table is formed? First is the present state, and next is the next state. So you need to write the present state, next state, and flip-flop input. These are my headings. Present state, next state, and flip-flop input. How many flip-flops are there?
3.
3 flip-flops.
Three flip-flops.
So here also I mentioned that let the flip-flops are, you see this is also mentioned here. Where is my pointer? So let the flip-flops are flip-flop 0, flip-flop 1, and flip-flop 2. So that means for 0 flip-flop the output should be Q0. Okay. For number 1 flip-flop output should be Q1, and for the 2 flip-flop output should be Q2. Any confusion is there? So generally we take the flip-flop output as Q. Okay, because we know that in case of flip-flop there are 2 outputs, one is Q and another is Q bar. But when the question is coming what is the output of the flip-flop, always mention the Q value. Okay, we know that Q bar is nothing but the complement of the Q. So if you have the idea about Q, then obviously the examiner should know that you also have the idea about the Q bar. So flip-flop output means it is always Q. So the output of the flip-flop is Q0, Q1, and Q2. Come to this one. So that means first is the Q2, then Q1, then Q0. In the next state also same output Q2, Q1, Q0. Okay, and 3 flip-flops are used. So first J0, K0. This is the J and K input of the first flip-flop. This one, J and K input of the first flip-flop. J1, K1. These are the JK input of the second flip-flop or flip-flop number 1, and J2, K2. They are the flip-flop inputs of the second flip-flop, the third flip-flop, that means flip-flop number 2. Okay. So any confusion about the heading of the table? Up to the heading only.
No, sir.
Okay. Next. Three outputs are there, Q2, Q1, and Q0. Okay, so these are the outputs. So for 3 variables, how many possible combinations are there? For 3 variables binary, how many?
Eight
Possible combinations starting from 000 to 111. So all write the 000 to 111. Okay. So this is the 0, 0 in case of present state, 000, then 1, 0, 0, 1. So in this way, last 111. So up to this one, any confusion? Up to this one, up to the 3 column.
No, sir.
Okay. Now come to the next state. How to fill up the next state? So if the present state is 0, can somebody tell me if the present state is 0, what will be the next state? Just check the state diagram, and from the state diagram it is very much clear to you, I think, that if the present state is 0, then what will be the next state?
One.
Very good. Correct answer. So you see the present state is 0, 0, 0. That means 0. So if the present state is 0, then you see the next state is 0, 0, 1. Any confusion?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So if the present state is, okay, let me clear this one first. So you see the present state is 0. Present state is 0. That means 0, 0, 0. Then the next state is 0, 0, 1. Okay. Got it? Present state is 0. Next state is 1. Now here present state is 1. Okay. Next one. Next second row. So next state is 0, 0, 1. So what will be the next state? If it is 0, 0, 1, what will be the next state?
2. 2.
0, 1, 0. That means 2. Okay. So you see, if it is 1, then it is 0, 1, 0. Okay. If the present state is 2, what will be the next state? It will be 3, 0, 1, 1. Okay. If the present state is 4, what will be the next state?
0.
Sorry, if this is not the 4, 1 minute, sorry. That should be equal to 3. So if the present state is 3, after 2 it is 3. If the present state is 3, what will be the next state?
4. 4 after
It's equal to 4. And if the present state is 4, then the next state is 0. Now come to this one. If the present state is 5, then what will be the next state? So in the state diagram, is it mentioned? If the present state is 5, then what will be the next state? So first our 5 state is mentioned here or not?
No, sir.
No, it's not mentioned. So that means if the present state is 5, the next state may be anything. So that's why if the present state is 5, that will be don't care condition. So that means the next state may be anything, because this is not a useful state. Okay, in our design, the state should not come. We are not actually using the 5 steps. So that means if accidentally 5 will be there, then the next state may be anything. If the present state is 6 and if the present state is 7, then same reflection is there, because this 6 and 7 we are not using in our design. So if 6 and 7 is the present state, then the next state will be anything. So that's why the don't care conditions are there. Okay. So up to the 6th row, sorry, up to the 6th column, I think it is now clear to you. Up to this one, how we filled up this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So that next state must be filled up from the state diagram.
Yes, sir.
So the next state must be filled up from the state diagram. So that's why the state diagram is very important. You doesn't need to remember anything. From the state diagram, it is clearly mentioned that if the present state is X, then what will be the next state? Okay, from the state diagram, it is definitely mentioned. If some states are not used, then the next state may be anything. That means don't care condition. For example, in this case, up to 4, no problems are there. If the present state is 0, it is clearly mentioned that the next state will be 1, because the arrowhead you see, this is the arrowhead. So if the present state is 0, next state is always 1. No other options are there. It cannot be in the reverse direction, because arrow is in this way, clockwise direction. If the present state is 1, next state will be 2. If the 2, then 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 0. So that means up to 4, no problems are there. But if the present state is 5, next state may be anything, because it is not showing here. So next state may be 0, next state may be 3, next state may be 4. So rather we can call the next state maybe don't care condition. So that's why 5, 6 and 7, if the present states are these one, then the next step may be anything. But we doesn't need to show it here, because we are actually using from state 0 to 4. Now, then this is the most important thing, how to fill up the flip-flop inputs. Okay. So up to 6th row, I think up to 6th column, I think everybody has cleared this idea. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as I mentioned, that the excitation table is more important table for the counter design or for the design of the digital circuit. Now, it's time to find the importance of the excitation table in the counter design. So for that, we go for the excitation table of flip-flop. This is the excitation table, and my suggestion is that please note down the excitation table of the JK flip-flop. That means you need to write down the present state, next state, and JK input only, because we are not using the SR flip-flop, T flip-flop, or D flip-flop. So you should not write this column. Only write the excitation table of the JK flip-flop. Okay. Just write. Do not need to write it any like this one. Just write QN, QN plus 1, JN, KN. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and 0, 1 cross cross, 0, 1 cross cross. Okay, 0, 1 cross cross, and 0, 1 cross cross. So I have already told you that how to remember these things in shortcut way. So only you need to remember two columns for this one. One is the S and another is the J. Once you are able to remember the S and J, then other input, that means R and K, is very easy to remember. This is also the actually the top to bottom reading and bottom to top reading, like this one. So in case of S, it should be 0, 1, 0 cross. So you see 0, 1, 0 cross like this one, 0, 1, 0 cross. Just place it in the from the bottom, 0, 1, 0 cross. So R will be filled up. So only S and J you need to remember. Okay. So please write down the excitation table of the JK flip-flop only. Q, QN, J, and K. And once you have completed this one, please knock me. হয়েছে বেরিয়ে গেছি নাকি না তো আছি
হ্যাঁ স্যার হয়ে গেছে
আছেন স্যার
লিখোছো কপি করেছো কোথাও একটা এক্সাইটেশন টেবিল অফ দা জেকে ফ্লিপ-ফ্লপ
ইয়েস স্যার
okay now come to this table okay now you see there are 3 JK flip-flops. One is flip-flop 1, flip-flop 2, sorry, flip-flop 0, flip-flop 1, and flip-flop 2. For flip-flop 0, 2 inputs are there, JK, that means J0, K0. Similarly, for flip-flop 1, another 2 inputs are there, J1, K1, and for flip-flop number 2, there are another 2 inputs, J2 and K2. That's why total 6 inputs are there in case of flip-flop. And here the 6 inputs are there, J2, K2, J1, K1, J0, K0. Now, check here. For the Q2, here the present state is 0. Okay. And next state is how much? This is the next state of Q2 only. Don't read the total state. Only look at the Q2 now. So Q2, present state of the Q2 in the first row, it is 0, and next state is also 0. So that is actually called 0 to 0 transition. And in case of 0 to 0 transition, what will be the JK input?
0
J0 K
K bolo J0 K
and don't care
0 and don't care condition. Very good. That's why you see J2
Don't
equal
care.
to 0, K2 equal to don't care condition. Okay. Check the another one. Here you see, just look at the Q1. Q1 is 0, present state is 0, Q1 next state is also 0. So it's equal to 0 to 0 transition. So 0 to 0 transition means J1 equal to 0, K1 equal to don't care condition. Come to the last one, Q0. Q0, the present state is 0 here, and next state is 1. So that is called the 0 to 1 transition. And in case of 0 to 1 transition, what will be the flip-flop inputs? 0 to 1 transition.
J1 and K don't care.
J1, K don't care. So you see J0 equal to 1, K0 equal to don't care condition. Okay. Now you see for the second row, I mean second row ta dekhi debo, then you can understand the other row easily. So for the second row, Q2, present state is 0, Next state is also 0. So that is called the 0 to 0 transition, and you know, so for 0 to 0 transition, it will be 0 don't care. So J equal to 0, K equal to don't care for the second one. Come to the this one, Q1 present state is 0. Next state is 1. So that is actually the 0 to 1 transition, and in case of 0 to 1 transition, it should be 1 don't care. J should be 1, K should be don't care, but you need to write it according to the exactly same place. So this is the Q1 transition, so you should be right at the Q1, that means the J1 K1. Okay, if you just mismatch this one, everything will be erroneous. Here you see for the second row, Q0 equal to 1, present state was 1, next state was 0. So that means it was a 1 to 1 transition, and 1 to 0 transition. And for the 1 to 0 transition, what will be the JK input?
J don't care or K1.
See, J0 equal to don't care, K equal to 1. So now you can easily understand everything. That means say this one, this is equal to 0, that is equal to 1. So this is equal to 0 to 1 transition, and for 0 to 1 transition, it should be
J1 K don't care.
J1 K don't care. So you see, J equal to 1, K equal to don't care condition. So in this way, one by one, step by step, with the help of the excitation table, you need to fill out the flip-flop input. And you should take your time, because if you mistake any one field, then everything will be erroneous. Remember these things very carefully. You should take your time to fill up the JK, means the flip-flop input columns, because if you mistake in any one field, then everything will be erroneous. Means instead of a 0, if you write any other value, means 1 or don't care, everything will be erroneous. Okay, so you should take your time. You should give very much concentration when you want to fill up the flip-flop input. These things is very easy. Finding out the present state is coming from the how many flip-flops are there, so what will be the possible combination. Next step is also very easy from the state diagram. But from the present state next state transition, how to fill out the flip-flop input, that you require a little bit time and concentration also. It's not very much tough. It's easy, but little bit concentration is required. Because once, if you want to hurry up, then if you mistake in any one of the field, then everything will be erroneous. And come to the last 3 rows, like this one. These are actually the one, and this is the don't care. So in the excitation table of the JK flip-flop, is there any transition from 1 to don't care? Q and Q0, is there any transition from 1 to don't care?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So no, that means it, in that case, every JK input must be don't care condition. So you see here, starting from these 3, everything is don't care condition, because there is no table mentioned in the excitation. There is no transition mentioned in the excitation table from 1 to 0 transition, or 1 to don't care transition, or 0 to don't care condition. Because here you see the next states are all don't care condition. So that means transition may be 0 to don't care or 1 to don't care. But as the excitation table doesn't reflect this value, so here all the JK input must be anything. Okay, so that's why they are filled up by the don't care condition. So you see how it is filled up, how the state type table filled up. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Take any value. Suppose the last time I am taking this value. This is the Q0 equal to 1 here, and Q0 equal to 0 here. So that means this is equal to 1 to 0 transition. And for 1 to 0 transition, we know that the J input should be don't care. So that's why the J input should be don't care, and K input should be 1. Okay. So in this way, one by one, you need to fill it up. And when you filled up, you just require, you remember from which transition to which transition it is taking place for which flip-flop. Suppose this is for Q1. So Q1 equal to this one, Q1 equal to 0. And here you need, in the next state, you need to look the Q1 only. You doesn't need to look the Q0 and Q2 value. So this is a 0 to 0 transition, and for the 0 to 0 transition, we know it's equal to 0 don't care. So that's why in the corresponding input, it should be 0 don't care. So don't forget to write the proper place. So in this way, we need to fill up the the state table. So first is the declaration of, or the finding out how much flip-flop is required in your design. Give them name, as I write the name 0 flip-flop, 1 flip-flop and 2 flip-flop. Then draw the state diagram, then implement the state table. So once you filled out the state table, then using the help of K-map, you need to find out the expression for J2, K2, J1, K1, J0, K0, taking the present states are the inputs of the K-map. Okay. Got this one? So I think in the PPT, the K-map is not showing, but for your understanding, I just do the K-map for any one thing. So just tell me which K-map I draw among this one, because I need to draw 6 K-map for J2, K2, J1, K1, J0, K0. So I want to give one example here. I want to draw the K-map here. So just give me any other example among the 6 variable. Which thing I need to find out? বলো কেউ একটা among the J2 K2 J1 K1 J0 K0 কোনটা বার করবে বলো?
Sir, J2 K2.
দুটো করব না, যে কোনো একটা বলো. J2 K2 is not the same thing. J2 is 1, K2 is 1. You need to do 2 K-map for this one. Just give me any one example.
J2.
J2, okay. So I want to find out the expression for J2 using the K-map. This is a 3 variable K-map, so 8 cells should be there. And as I mentioned that present state must be the input of the K-map, so that means this is equal to Q2 and that is equal to Q1 Q0. Sorry, 2 should be very bad. 2 is very bad here. Okay, and that is equal to 0 0. Okay, very 0 0. This is equal to 0 1 1 1 1 0, and here this is equal to 0. That is equal to 1. So now look at the J2 when it is 1. J2 equal to 1 here, and what is the combination? It's equal to 0 1 1. So 0 1 1. That means this particular cell is filled up by 1, and rest of the place it is 0. Rest of the place it is don't care condition. That means 4 5 6 7 it is don't care condition. So this is equal to 4 4. This is 5. This is 6. And this is 7. So in this way we mapped this J2 column to this particular K-map. So only one grouping is possible here. This is this one, and the meaning of this grouping is nothing but Q1 Q0. Got it? So from the K-map we get the expression for J2 as Q1 Q0. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very
Yes, sir.
good. Now can somebody tell me what will be the expression for K2? J2 I have filled it, I have done it for you, but what will be the expression for K2? Can somebody tell me? Let me see who able to find out the answer of the K2 or the expression for K2 quickly. Now it is a competition. So let me see who can tell me the simplified expression of K2 quickly without any cheating. Because notes are with you, and in the notes everything is there. So don't look at the notes. If you want to learn something, then tell me, do it yourself. Tell me what is the expression for K2. দেখি কে আগে বলতে পারে। How many of you watched the film Three Idiots?
So Q1, Q2, Q1, Q0 plus Q2.
Wait a minute. How many of you watched the film Three Idiots?
সবাই দেখি maybe.
সবাই স্যার
Baba, just ask me the question in this way. Is there anybody who not watched the Three Idiots? No. So that means everybody was the Three Idiots. So in that Three Idiots, one scene was there. Amir Khan asked some question to his professor from the book, and he also gives some time that within 1 minute you need to give the answer. After he asked the question to his professor, what will be the situation?
সবাই স্যার
Everybody
বই সার্চ করছিল।
তো সবাই বই থেকে-
everybody start finding out the answer from the book. Okay, nobody think about the question. Okay, so I ask you that what will be the expression for K2? What you have done, you start doing K-map. Okay, but tell me, is the K-map necessary to finding out the value of K2? Look at the column of
না
the K2.
স্যার
Every column, look at the column of the K2 carefully, means that particular column. Okay, let me clear all this thing first. So just look at the column of K2. Okay, so here you see every row either filled up by don't care condition or filled up by 1. No zeros are there. So that means if you want to draw the K-map for K2, then every cell either filled up by 1 or the don't care condition. So for your convenience, if you take the don't care condition as 1, then every cell of the K-map filled up by 1. And in case of a K-map, if all the cells are filled up by 1, then what will be the expression? Simplified expression? কি হয় যদি একটা K-map এর every cell is filled up by 1, then সেটা তোমরা জানো না। If every cell is filled up by 1, then it will be what? It will be আবার সবাই মৌনব্রত নিয়ে নিল।
স্যার তাহলে কমন তো কিছুই থাকছে না স্যার, মানে
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে কি হবে? একটা K-map এর যদি every cell is filled up by 1, then it will be 1.
1 হ্যাঁ
Okay, বেসিক জিনিসই জানতিস না? এখানে লেখা ছিল দেখ, 1 মিনিট, যখন 1 মিনিট প্লিজ। সিকোয়েন্সিয়াল কোথায় গেল? Combinational circuit in case of K-map. Where is the K-map? K-map. This is the K-map, and you see 3 variables. Okay, দেখতে পাচ্ছিস তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার
3 variables, 8 cell grouping. 8 cell grouping মানে every cell is filled up by 1. What is the meaning of that table? That is the single cell. So single cell grouping means it actually generates 3 variables. Double cell grouping means it actually generates 2 variables, like the expression for J2, Q1, Q0 or double cell grouping. 4 cells grouping means 1 variable only. But 8 cell grouping means every cell is filled up by 1. 8 cell is there for 3 variable, only 8 cells are there. So 8 cells are filled up by 1. So that is the biggest group, and the value is 1. Similarly, for 4 variables, if all the 16 cells are filled up by 1, it will again become 1. For 5 variables, if 32 cells are filled up by 1, it will become 1. Okay. সব সময় সব স্পুন ফিডিং হয় না, কিছু কিছু চিন্তা করতে হয়। কোথায় ছিলাম? সো এখানে দেখ। So that means for finding out the expression for K2, you doesn't need to do the K-map. It is 1. K2 equal to 1. So similarly, you see K0 is also 1, because you see all the cells either filled up by don't care or by 1. So K0 is also 1. So that means you need to do the K-map for finding out the expression for J2, J1, K1 and J0, because these are the variables which contain the zeros, and zeros means you have to do the K-map. So after doing the K-map, the final expression, this one I did it for you. J2 equal to Q0 Q1. As I mentioned, K2 equal to 1, K0 equal to 1. And if you do the K-map for the other, it will become J1 equal to Q0, K1 equal to Q0, J0 equal to Q2 bar. So once you finding out that one, then how to draw the counter? This is actually the counter, okay, which we will discuss in the next class. ठीक है? That is the expression. So this is the 90% the job is done. Just rest of the 10%, that means you need to draw this circuit to get the full marks. So in the next class we will explain this one. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll return back after 15 minutes. That means exactly at 4:45. So in the meantime, those who have mentioned their roll number, please silently leave. Thank you for attending the class. Join back again. And those who have not mentioned their roll number, please mention your roll number and leave them.
33.
One by one, please.
Sir, roll
33,
number
one by one, please. One by one, please. 46. Roll number 5.
Roll number 10.
Sarel 01.
There are 35, 10, and L01. L01.
11.
L01.
The AL
11. That 11 about 16. अच्छा.
Yes, sir.
Next क्या था बोलो?
the A5
L5. Okay.
B01.
L
गौरव.
Yes, sir, Gaurav.
গৌরব আর কি বললি? এল এল দিয়ে কেউ এটা বললো আর বলছে না। আর কেউ আছে?
L5 বেশিলাম
L5 হয়ে গেছে, L5 প্রেজেন্ট হয়ে গেছে। ওকে, সো প্লিজ কাম ব্যাক এট 4:45। ওকে, এটা লিভ করছি আমি।